On this episode of Sea Kayak Life.
It's the start of a brand new day. It's the start of a brand new day. A brand new day.
On this episode of Sea Kayak Life, we're back at St. Helena Island, South Carolina.
And we came here a couple of years ago, and we went out to an island called Capers Island, and we found the strangest thing on the beach.
We found a backhoe. Now, some people call it an excavator. We call it a backhoe.
It was really awesome, and we had a great time that day, but we had an idea. We really like to paddle to another island that's south on down the coast called Eagle Island, because
there are eagles there.
But there's a reason we've never attempted to come from this direction, and that's because there's a series of sandbars that could be in our way.
The concern is, unless we go out in deep water, we're going to get landlocked, and so we don't want to do that.
Exactly. There's a big tidal change at 6 or 7 feet, so if we don't do this right, we could actually just get stuck on a sandbar for several hours.
And that's not good.
It is really hot today.
It's really hot, so we got to stay hydrated. We got to stay wet, we got to stay moving. But you know what? It's all part of our Sea Kayak life. Before we start this episode, take a moment to like and subscribe to help us grow our channel.
Gosh, it's hot.
Normally, we leave early in the cool morning as the tide is going out. But today, the tide cycle demands that we leave a little after noon. It's already 93 degrees and the heat index is near 100. We've already been out in the sun for nearly an hour prepping for this trip. We both brought extra drinks, but I'm already concerned that I've not been drinking enough.
You know what I have to say? It's all part of our Sea Kayak life.
I just hope it's not part of our Sea Kayak death.
Yeah, we'd have to change the logo.
Today's trip, we'll be paddling about 22 miles total. We left from St. Helena Island, and we plan to make a quick stop at Capers Island to see the backhoe. Then we'll cross over to Bay Point Island and land mid-island. We need to make the crossing before the tide is at its lowest point, so that we can cut in between all the sandbars.
So, to me, this has been a weird day to launch because we launched at basically 12:30 p.m. Usually we're launching like at 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m. And it's just really thrown me off this whole day.
Well, I'll tell you something about today. I looked up a couple of days ago. Today, this very day, is the latest sunset of the year.
Like the longest day?
Well, no. So the longest day is like the summer solstice.
Right, that just happened, right?
It happened a few days ago, yes. But it's sort of like the days get longer on the front end and the back end. So mornings earlier, evenings later. But now the days are getting slightly shorter, but it's still getting later at sunset. So sunset is after 9 o'clock, and civil twilight will be pushing 10 o'clock. So, I mean, a tide cycle is a tide cycle, so.
Right, that's not gonna change.
That's not gonna change, that's 12 hours period. If this tide cycle had been, in October, we wouldn't be able to do this. We'd be getting back 3 hours after dark. But then I was like, oh, actually it doesn't get dark till 3 or 4 hours later. But it is weird, and I didn't like that we were packing up and launching in such heat, you know?
Right.
Normally it's, like you said, 6 in the morning and it's nice and calm and cool.
It's just really thrown me off this whole day.
After Mark's science lesson, we see the backside of Capers Island. We've been paddling for about 2 hours and we're ready for a break.
Well, we made it to Capers Island and it's turned out to be a pretty good day.
It's really hot, but honestly, staying wet and the breeze, you know, and everything, I don't feel too bad. I feel pretty normal.
Well, we're gonna walk around a little bit and see if we can see that backhoe excavator. And there's also a boat that looks like it's stuck over there somewhere.
I see the top of a boat and it's much taller than sea level.
Yeah.
And it's like an ocean going yacht kind of thing. So I don't understand what I'm looking at.
Let's go check that out.
When we explore these islands, we search for interesting discoveries, and we always come across the unexpected, some small and some large.
Look at what I found. This is in perfect shape. It's pretty clear that there's nobody out here picking these up.
The biggest, most surprising thing we ever found was this giant backhoe.
I'm the king of the island!
Well, I found something I was searching for. Yeah, I found something I was searching for. Life was waiting just beyond the door. And I found something, and now I want more.
And we did find more. This trip, we found a large cabin cruiser bogged down in the sand.
The name of the boat is Reelin' and Rockin', and I'm guessing there may not be too much rocking going on with that boat.
Yeah, this has been there for a while, right? I mean, maybe it's just sunk in the sand.
Oh yeah. How about that?
I mean, Backhoe Island has claimed another large piece of machinery, right?
I found something I was searching for. I found something I was searching for. Life was waiting just beyond the door. And I found something, and now I want more.
I think from now on, we should call this the Island of Misfit Toys. Now we need to get back to our boats and make our way to Eagle Island. We have to get across the bay before low tide, or we run the risk of getting stuck.
I mean, I'll say this, Dan, and not to be, you know, not to be taking advantage of anybody's misfortune, but this does emphasize the nature of these islands, that it's very unpredictable. I mean, obviously those people, I would bet, really know what they're doing. They've been here a lot.
Right.
They've been to these areas a lot. But it's this tidal change down here on the coast of
It's
South Carolina,
dramatic,
Georgia.
isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, there's times of the year it's pushing 13 feet, and it can get away from you.
So it looks like there's a sandbar starting to almost show there. I see some white water, which indicates there's shallow water over there.
Yeah, so there's sandbars all through here. And I looked last night, and there's a time when in an hour the water drops like 3.5 feet.
Oh, wow.
Just in 1 hour.
Oh my goodness.
So if we can get over there in the next 30 minutes or so, we'll have an extra couple of feet of water from high or low tide.
Okay. Yeah, we need that water, don't we?
I mean, yeah.
I don't.
Probably ought to get
do not
going.
want to drag the boat. I don't have that kind of energy, especially with this heat.
Exactly.
So just to clarify what we're facing, we are here over at Capers Island, and we want to land here on Eagle Island. As the tide is going out, the water in this area will get very shallow. Wherever you see white water, it indicates that it's extremely shallow, probably inches deep. The worst thing that can happen is if we get midway and lose water, we could get stuck miles from shore.
Listen to the ocean. It's such a wave. Makes my day. It clears the air from the days of it's sad. I'm only here an hour. I gotta come back.
Woo! This is nice. How often are we on course straight into the swells?
As we paddle through the sandbar gauntlet, we realize that we timed things perfectly. The last time we were here, we found a perfect area to build a day camp at the tree line. But the island has changed. Now there's a lake between us and the trees. There's no way to build a shelter there. It's just as well. We would have had to carry our boats a long way, and I'm exhibiting signs of dehydration, and my energy level is low. So we make the decision to try to build a shelter mid-beach.
Oh, have mercy. This is our sea kayak life. I don't think I can go on any longer.
I feel the sunshine over me. I feel the sunshine over me. I feel the sunshine over me. I feel the sunshine over me.
Well, this is a first. We had to build our shelter out of nothing right on the middle of the beach.
I'm pretty proud of us. We just use our boats to anchor it down and a couple of camera tripods, and it's sort of like a poor man's shaboomy.
So it's working pretty good, keeping us out of the sun, so I like that.
The whole problem was we came a couple miles more down the coast because we're trying to get to the tree line to build our shelter, but there's actually a lake everywhere. The entire island is completely different from when we were here a couple of years ago and every other time we've been here. So I guess those storms and hurricanes just really ripped it pretty good, and it's nothing like what we've ever seen.
So what are we gonna do next?
Well, I think we should look for that house.
Okay.
Because as we came down the coast, I didn't see it. So
Oh, you're right.
let's go hike up there and see what's left of it, I guess.
Okay, let's try to find it.
When we first came to this island, there was a new home nestled in the tree line. And there were plot markers that made us think a development was being built here. Over the years, the home was hammered by storms and clearly abandoned. As we paddled by today, we didn't see the home, so we decided to investigate.
So, do you remember where the house is?
No, but we have it saved on our watch as a location, a GPS location.
Oh, okay. Well, what I remember of the house, like it was a beach style house. It was, and it kind of,
Like on stilts or
it was on
something?
stilts. I see nothing.
I think we're okay.
Is it sand or mud?
It's just sand. We have 4,000 crabs over here. We're
Yeah.
good.
Oh man, you're right about the crabs.
I mean, I think all the crabs in South Carolina are here. I think we're there. There's just really nothing.
There's a
is
bunch
there?
of boards in here, Mark.
Yeah. It says the house is actually where the lake is. Like it's pointing that way.
So
like
it's pushed back
like
everything.
50 feet.
Yeah,
It just like beat it into like little pieces, didn't it?
yeah.
Wow. Well,
Let's get on out of
let's
here.
get out of here.
This has been a good day.
It's been a great day. Okay. Everybody head for the hills. Run! Run! Dang, that was cool.
In the morning light, the shadows are just moved away. Many drops of hope let me trust in a clear new day. Getting closer to you. There's one thing I knew. Feelings breaking through when the sky turns from black to blue. I feel the sunshine over me when I'm in your arms. I turn around and I see now that I am free. It's like a brand new day. Walked a long, long way just to see you.
With the sun dropping, we're on our way. But instead of going back from where we came, we decide to take a slightly shorter route. We head south and we'll make our way behind Paris Island and pull out at Port Royal. It's been a long day, and this feels like a prudent decision.
All right, we're headed back, and
We had to jump in our boats fast.
we had to get in the boats fast. The tide is coming up quickly, but we're also losing daylight. So we decided to change our plans, didn't we, Mark?
We told the ground crew this morning if we have a problem, we couldn't imagine what it might have been, that we were going to meet at Port Royal, which is a boat ramp behind Paris Island.
Yeah. So I think this is a lot better plan, and it'll be a little shorter.
It's not the mileage today, it's the heat.
Well, and I think the heat got to me a bit, and so I'm kind of glad we're doing this.
Plus, those sandbars were just treacherous. At the moment, I don't know what's going on. We're just in like a topsy-turvy ocean here.
Yeah, we got some rough water over to our left. I'm assuming that's kind of where currents are colliding and maybe a shallow area.
As we make the turn around the south end of the island, we experience some turbulence. but we know this won't last long.
Oh, it's super shallow, Mark. We're in about a foot of water. Man, conditions just changed like in 1 second. And we're pretty far away from the beach, but we're in a shallow area. So we're gonna have to try to punch through here. Whew.
It looks like we might be coming out.
Yeah.
I feel the sunshine over me. I feel the sunshine over me.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Now I kind of just want to get home.
As fast as we entered the rough water, we left it behind even quicker. We caught the incoming current, and quickly our speed increased to 6 miles per hour.
6.4.
This segment of the trip is about 10 miles, and we have about 2 hours until sundown. We need to keep our speed up so that we won't return in darkness.
I'm going one way or another. We can't stay bound to each other like this. I'm going, and nothing you say could stop me, could get in the way. It's just a question of when.
You know, one thing we haven't talked about on any of our episodes, recent episodes, is a few months ago, you had surgery on your wrist.
That's true. I've had a screwed up wrist for, I really don't know how long, 10 years for sure.
So was that injury from kayaking?
No, you would think. Oddly enough, kayaking's the one thing that didn't hurt it. The guy that did my wrist surgery said that makes sense because in kayaking you're always pulling, but you're not pushing. And it's like good therapy. But anyway, they found out I had a bone in my hand that was just destroyed, like disintegrated. So I guess I fell down, you know, hiking or something.
Right. So how's your wrist feeling now?
It's feeling really good. The surgery was successful. And the one thing I worried about the most was sea kayaking, obviously, because I told the doctor this is my primary sport and I'm not willing to ever give it up. And he said, oh no, this kind of surgery is good for like tennis players or golfers. You'll be fine. He wasn't concerned at all. But you know how it is. You always wonder, I'll be the one case that didn't go right.
Right. They'll have to amputate my hand.
Right.
Nearing our destination, we pass the Marine base on Paris Island, and in the distance, we hear a soft, familiar melody echoing across the island.
So we're passing the backside of Paris Island, and we just heard taps.
That was so cool. And for the first time today, I'm not hot, I'm not cold. I'm not thirsty, I'm not hungry, I'm not tired, I just feel normal. Maybe it was taps. just settled me down.
I'm about ready to go to bed. Taps made me sleepy.
Yeah, it's beautiful out here.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Here I'll no longer be found.
This adventure took us 22 miles, and it was the longest day. We made it to our destination at sunset, a perfect ending to this chapter of our sea kayak life.
Here I'll no longer be found. Here I'll no longer be found.
We did it.
This is our sea kayak life. Thanks for watching, and please take a moment to like and subscribe, and share this film with a friend. Here's 2 more films that I think you'll like.